says crafting is a dying art? I'm finding crafters all over the Middle Tennessee area who make unique items that'll be passed down for generations to come. Welcome to HandMade Tennessee. I'm Kimberly Vance along with my very special guest today, Carolyn Bickford. Hi, Carolyn.
Hello, Kimberly.
Thank you so much for coming on. I sure do appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'll tell you what, when you and I were first talking about you coming on the show, I had the pleasure of coming and visiting your home and seeing all the wonderful things that you had. And I had such a great time, and I thank you so much for your hospitality.
Thank you. Come
Wonderful
again.
time. I will. Oh, you've got me as a guest now. I'll be visiting often. And what we thought was so cute and perfect for this time of year is your little hummingbird mobiles. They're so cute. Is that what you call them? Is your hummingbird mobiles?
Yes.
I want you to look at this. This is adorable. And the thing is that everything that is involved in the mobiles is something that you have found outdoors.
Except for the head and the beak.
The head is a little piece of
Plastic, which is a little bitty egg. You find those at the craft stores.
oh, cute. And then a little piece of a toothpick. Yeah. Now, where did you first get the idea to make these little hummingbirds?
I saw it in a book, in a magazine, and I thought, well, if they could make it, surely I can try.
Now, are yours a lot like theirs were, or?
Very similar, very similar. I noticed they didn't use basil for their eyes, they used another seed, but I found this one and it works perfectly.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah. Now, this is not by any stretch of the imagination the only thing that you do. When you see an idea, you run with it.
I see an idea, I figure I can try it.
Oh man, it's so cute. And everything that I saw that you've tried has came out wonderfully.
I try to do everything that you can go out in nature and pick it up and put it together and make something.
Well, the thing is, nature provides everything that we need when it comes to really cute crafts like this.
Right. And recycle things. I try to find things, oh, don't throw that away, I might need it. But trouble is, my room is getting a little small because I'm saving too many things.
I know, it's so hard, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You'll come across a good bottle or a container or just anything. It's like, oh, I need to throw this away, I don't have where to put it. But you hate to.
Right.
And then later on, as if you have it for 5 years and then you throw it away, the next day is when you need it.
I'll need it the next day.
Always, always. That never fails. All right, well, show us how you put together your hummingbirds. Tell us a little bit about what you have gotten.
Okay, the base, you can use a base, go out into the woods, find any kind of piece of wood. This is 2 pieces of wood, and I just hot glue it together with a hot glue gun. Hot glue gun works better when you're working with really heavy things. And then what I'll do, I'll pick up little things that fall off of a tree or peel it off of a tree. This is bark that came off of a tree. And there's a little yes, that
you picked up the little mosses.
And just different things that this was like a little shelf type
mushroom.
Yeah, that
or
fell off the
fungus.
tree. Fungus.
Oh,
and just
cute.
and that's good to hide your hot glue.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't see where it was put together. And then what I thought, hang the little hummingbird down from here. Now we all know hummingbird nests are not like this, but I found this little thing and I thought, well, that will do for today.
What is that?
That's just a little piece that I found that looks like a nest, and I put some of the moss in the middle.
It looks just like a nest. I thought that you must have found an actual something that was like, golly, that is so cute.
Or you can go out and just take a branch or wind up a little grapevine. You can hang your hummingbird from the center here.
And you made this grapevine wreath too.
Right, you just roll it around and you don't have to tie it together with anything, it just stays together.
Isn't that something?
This is a piece of wood that was rotted in the middle. And you can use that, put your little hummingbird in the middle.
So you just found a tree log, I assume in your yard.
Yes, in the backyard, and just take it down to the saw and just saw it thick enough that it won't fall apart.
Right.
All right,
and
that
then
will
just
work.
Get the middles out of it.
And these are some other things that I've found that you can use to hang your hummingbird on.
Now see, this just looks like stuff you need to rake up. Who would
put
think?
in a burn pile, yeah.
Wow.
And you can add things to it.
How cute. All right, now for their little bodies, you use these little acorns.
Right.
They're so cute.
They're actually spruce cones.
Okay.
They come from a spruce tree, and you've got millions of little possibilities of hummingbirds.
Yes, millions of little hummingbirds laying around in your yard.
That's right, that's right. We've
Wow.
mulched a lot of hummingbirds.
Oh, but then you've revived a lot too.
Right. So you just go through and you find a little spruce cone, and
Just, I guess they all are very similar. They
all are very similar, right?
just kind of whatever size you want your
Right.
little hummingbird to be.
Right. And the first thing I do is when I lay them out, this is all the material that you need for a little hummingbird.
Now, what do you have here? Are these your hummingbird wings?
Those are the wings. Those fall out of the tree, the maple trees. They just come falling down.
Are these like that, what we always called helicopters as
Helicopters
kids?
similar to them, yes.
They look a little bit smaller
right.
than the helicopters.
What I do with those, I'll pick out two that are about the same size, and I'll just trim the little burr off of the end. That way they're both the same size when you stick them in the little cone there. Okay? Okay. First thing I do is I glue this part on to the back of the cone.
To make its little nose or
That's
beak.
its little face. So you can use, like I say, the hot glue gun, or you can take your other glue and just stick it in here.
And you've used a tacky glue.
Right. This is just the tacky glue that I've poured in here, so it would be a little bit firmer. And you just stick it in like this, and it'll hold together. I like to use the hot glue because when you start working the hot glue, you can work it immediately. This you'd have to let it sit and dry just a little bit. So here I've got one that's got the head already on, and then for the tail, you take just a regular little pine cone and pull one of the little things off of that. That one broke. We'll just put it back and get another one. And you'll turn it around, and you will put that right back here after you put a little bit of glue on it. And that is the tail.
Oh, how cute.
So you've got the beginnings of a hummingbird.
A little hummingbird. All right, now this one is white. I noticed that one is green.
Right. You'll mix your hunter green paint. This is all acrylic washable. I use 6 drops of the green to 1 drop of the black.
Okay.
And then mix it together. Then after I put the little toothpick in, I'll hold it this way and I'll paint it.
Okay, you paint it after you get it on.
Right. Paint it after I get it on. So from there, we're at this point right here. Well, actually, we need to put the toothpick in for the little beak. So you just put a little bit of the glue in, stick it in the little hole. I take a hot pen and just melt and make a little hole for that.
Now, what is this? It's a plastic egg?
It's a little plastic egg that you can find at craft stores. They come in little packages.
Okay. Oh, okay, they do. They look just like little speckled eggs.
Little speckled eggs. And I'll take and trim them out with a knife so they'll fit right in the back of that little spruce cone.
Okay, so you kind of hollowed it out just a little bit.
And then take a pen and stick the pen in there when it's hot so the toothpick will go in.
Okay.
So when we get to that point right there, you pretty well see that it's coming together. And then when we get to that point, we'll come over here and we'll paint it with this. And I'll usually go ahead and paint the whole bird when I'm going. So I'll just paint the whole bird all the way around with the green. And then when that paint dries, which is just a few seconds, you'll also paint your little tiny wings. And I use an ivory, an off-white for those. And then you'll just stick that in your glue.
Now, how about if you want to attract hummingbirds? Would you paint them red? Or do you think it would confuse the hummingbirds too much?
Well, what I do is I paint the underneath side red.
Okay. Because hummingbirds love red.
Right. So this one is ready to put the wings on. So I'll take the little wing that's already painted, and it will go right back in there. And there's one of the little wings.
That is just amazing. That is so smart. And it's all things that you found out in your yard.
Right,
That
right.
is so cute. Let's
And
put
then-
the other little wing on it.
Okay.
If it's
okay.
time. Or I guess we need to paint that one, don't
Well,
we? Well, that's
we,
okay.
we
You
can
show us.
we can paint it later.
All
we can
right.
go ahead and put it in here.
Great.
We can paint it later. Okay, we'll put it right on the other side here. If you mess up, you just take it apart.
And go out
There's
in your
no-
yard and find another wing.
Right, there are no two hummingbirds that are exactly alike when you make them like this.
He is so cute.
Now when I do the eyes are actually basil seed. And they're very, 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 very tiny, very tiny. So what I do with those, I'll get one, I use my finger here, and I'll get one. And I take my glue, and I'll put it right where I think an eye should be, okay? And then we'll take that very, very, very carefully and stick it right there. Did it go on there?
I think it did.
I think it did. Right there. There you go. You've got your little eye. Then when you get through and he's all dried, you'll take a string, and I use fishing line.
Is there anything that fishing line can't do?
Listen,
I love fishing line.
fishing line is almost the duct tape of,
It is.
yeah, right.
Of the craft world.
Right. And you just put it around its little neck and do a fisherman's knot. And the husbands love to help with that. And and to keep it from showing, you'll take a little bit of your green paint and just paint around it and trim off where the string is for the knot, and then you hang it on whatever you want to put it on.
Are we going to hang him on something to show, or?
Well, we can do that. I've got my scissors here.
That is adorable. I noticed you put little flowers and stuff on this one.
You can do anything.
Just cute. That is just so adorable. And where do you hang these? Do you hang these inside mostly?
Inside. If you hang them outside, they're so fragile that the weather would just absolutely beat them to death.
Yeah.
So I like to hang them where the central heat and air will just barely brush across them, and they just roll around and around and around.
Just like they're flying.
Just like they're flying.
They're so cute. And what's so funny is they are just about the size of a hummingbird. Oh, I love hummingbirds. They are so neat. They're
Right.
just like the little fairies of birds or something.
Right, and it won't be long that we'll be putting our hummingbird feeders out. I don't know if I can get this on there or not, so we'll just kind of pretend that we've got a...
All right. Can I help you with anything? Hold anything?
We're going to wrap him around here like this. We won't tie a knot right now. Oops, are you going to hang upside down? Yep, he's going to hang kind of upside down.
He's a little
That's-
confused.
He's a little, it's too early to fly north. But anyway, properly tied on there, he will just sit there and just swing around, and you can put this on a desk.
I started to say
Yeah.
this would make a beautiful table decoration, even a centerpiece.
Right.
Let's
and
see
he'll just
how
fly
he does
around.
hang.
He's going to turn upside
A
down.
little bit upside down. But if we had him
Properly
done like
balanced.
that, he would.
Yeah, yeah. He
Oh,
would
and
just fly around.
That
Yeah.
is so cute. That is adorable. Now I see where on this one here you have painted the underneath red.
Right. So
And why is that?
that's because the little male hummingbird, when he's it's just a show. It's just a real show. He says, "I'm in control of this hummingbird feeder. You back off."
Oh, neat.
So when they show aggression, they flare up and show that underside, and it's just as red as it can be under that. That's the
I
ruby
did not know
throat.
that.
That's the ruby-throated hummingbird.
I did not know that. Oh, that is just adorable. I'm liking the idea, too, of one to sit on the table. I love the way that you have fashioned these several pieces that you have put together, glued together like that, just out of, it almost even looks like driftwood. Like I said, this is something that would go to the burn pile. Normally you think, oh, and you kick it out of your way.
Yes.
But you have taken this and put it all together, assembled it, and made this. So cute.
Thank you.
So adorable.
Well, they're so much fun to do. And when I get upstairs and start with my crafts, time just melts away.
I know, it's
just-
such a relief.
Right.
Stress
right.
reliever.
But the little hummingbirds are just a friend to everybody.
They are.
They entertain us.
They do. I love all the different pieces too that you have gotten together. Here's another great piece of wood, and this one, I think this one would make a nice one also. How do you hang them on your wreath? Do you just you make one and then sort of just tie him in there?
Right. You just take.
Let him hang a little bit.
You'll just take him and hang him down from the center, and he'll just fly around right in there.
Now this would be cute for a little wall piece.
You could put it on the wall, yes, and it would be pretty in front of your kitchen window.
Oh, that would be lovely.
That's where I have mine in the kitchen. It's right where I'm looking out the window. I have my hummingbird feeders out there, so I've got mine on the inside.
You always have a hummingbird with you.
I've got one 365 days a year.
That's nice. Now, something else that I thought with this time of year, everybody's thinking about vacation mode and kind of getting stuff together like that. And your bank is what I think is so funny. You're going to show us your banks that you have here.
Right.
And your baskets are beautiful too, by the way.
Thank you. I took a basket class earlier, and this is one of the baskets that we made.
It's beautiful. Now, this one right here is one we would use for college fund. And what I think is so funny is that you deposit here and you withdraw at the other end. And when you withdraw it, you either open it up or you cut the end of the sock off, and I think that's so funny. We were talking about how much money you could actually get saved in one of your banks. It depends on how big the sock was.
You want a very big sock, yes, a big sock.
Your son was able to provide us with his size 16 foot. He's given us the sock that we need.
Right.
Show us a little bit about how you construct these.
Okay. The first thing you want to do is you want to get a board, and I got a 1x3.
1x3.
This is just white pine.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be finished or anything. This is a rough project.
It's something we can whip up too pretty quickly.
Right. And I just mark them off down through here, and I'll take it down to the skill saw and just zip them off there. And then when you get them, I think there's an extra one right down here. They'll come out like this. And then you have all of this equipment that you will need. Let's see, I need a little tiny, right here. This is what I'm looking for. This will go on your drill.
Okay.
And I put this in a vise. And then just turn the drill on and just drill that out.
Drill a hole in it.
Drill a hole in it.
You know, and
that's a 1-inch drill.
Okay, a 1 inch. So of course we could do it in any size we wanted, but the 1 inch seems to work.
Right.
Perfectly.
Quarters go in there perfectly with the 1 inch. If you do any smaller, you're going to have to saw this way and that way. I've done that this way so you could see. So a quarter would slip in. But the 1 inch, a quarter goes in great.
Just push it right in there.
Push it right in.
Oh, that's so funny. I remember how hard I laughed when I saw these. I thought that's just perfect.
Right.
You know what? And the thing is, honestly, I don't know how many houses I could go to that do not have a piece of this board already there.
Right.
I know that we've got one laying around. Just about everybody has.
Everybody. Just mark out. You can do it any size you want to, really. But this 1x3 seems to really fit a sock. So what you want to do first, after you get your board cut, and I will sandpaper because you don't want to try to get your money in there and get splinters in your fingers. So you will get your sock. You'll cut the toe out of your sock.
Okay.
Turn the sock wrong side out.
And then the smaller one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a pink fluffy one.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because that would be your baby daughter's college fund. And
this is about how much money it'll have in it too, probably.
And then you turn your sock where it covers.
Okay, so you turn your sock inside out.
And you cut the end of it off.
All right.
You'll have to cut the end of it off.
Okay.
There's your scissors.
Okay. Whoopsie.
Again, there's no
wrong way.
And then you will take this. Okay, you're putting it on there. Got it turned wrong side out.
Okay.
And you're going to take the top of the sock.
Okay.
And you're going to put it all the way around. Okay. Very good.
Whoops. You spoke too soon.
And then you will take your staple gun and do about 3 on each side.
Just along the edges.
Just along the edges. And you'll see some of them won't go all the way in. So I brought my trusty little hammer. It's down in here.
Boy, this is a basket of goodies.
It's
right
a
here.
basket of goodies, right, right. Notice this one will not pull nails.
That one's had a hard life, hasn't it?
It's had a hard life, but it's the right size to use with crafts. So you want to go ahead and do it 3 on each side. Okay. And 3 over here. Okay.
I love a staple gun too.
Yes.
Necessary tool.
Just make sure all the staples are in good. Okay, are you going to staple?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, does that look right?
That looks
like I
good.
have it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Just 3 on each side.
3 on each side will hold it. And you can write anything in the world on these. You can put college fund with a pink sock for the girls, a blue sock for the boys. You can have vacation fun. You can have going fishing fun, new car fun, rainy day fun, and just play with it.
That's so funny. You could have these all over, and I think that they would make great gifts too.
Great gifts.
You know, just a little something that you made.
Right. Right.
And maybe start them out with a quarter or something.
Absolutely. You don't want to ever get anybody a bank with no money in it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just a bad form right there, isn't it?
Okay.
All right, so I've got mine stapled.
Okay, now you turn it right side out.
Okay. Okay, I was wondering how you had that done like that. Oh, cute.
So you just pull it around.
All right, now I should have stapled mine a little bit more to the edge.
Right on the edge,
All right.
Right on the edge. That's no problem. We can turn it back through and do that. Because the last thing you do is tie your knot. So now you're ready to write on here. And I've got a felt tip and
There you
period.
go.
And you can write on here, just anything you want to put on here.
That's so cute.
I'm going to put fishing fund. Since this is a green sock.
Oh, and that's a cute idea. Also, I see you've got the Christmas socks.
You got the Christmas sock.
Make a Christmas fund. Oh, how cute.
Then you'll put deposit here. These are just fun to do.
Now, did you see these somewhere?
I saw these, yes. And it was a long time ago, and we were at Gatlinburg, and they had a craft show up there, and I saw these, and they had men's white socks with the red at the top and the red at the bottom. They made the monkey socks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, well, how neat. And I thought, well, I think I could do that.
You know, there are always a lot of clever things that you see up there, too. And then I noticed you've got a piece of leather. It looks like just a little piece of leather. That's so cute.
And you can write anything you want to on there. Fishing fun.
Adorable. And now we have a fishing fun.
Right.
And you've made that in just a matter of minutes.
Right. And there's also, you know, we were talking about you can't, you can't give a sock with no money. So we just happen to have some money here, but I've got a tie knot here. So if you tie your knot really super tight, your money is almost as safe as if you take it to the bank. The only trouble is it won't draw any interest in here, but it'll draw a lot of conversation.
Yes, it will.
And you can put your quarter right in.
It's so cute.
Okay.
And right there it is.
Right, and then you take your little hanger, put it on the back like this. Make sure I've got the right side up here. Put it in the middle. Take your staple. Oops, I got my hummingbird caught right there. And you'll put two, one at the bottom and one at the top. And I suggest hanging these where you're going to be taking your men, especially taking
Change your pocket.
Right.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You just hang that up on the wall somewhere, and when you get enough money, you can go fishing, honey.
That is adorable. That is absolutely adorable. I have had so much fun today. Thank you so much for coming.
I have really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you have.
Okay.
Well, that's our show for today. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can email us at handmadetn@bltv.net, or you can like us on Facebook at HandMade Tennessee. Very special thanks to our great guest today, Carolyn Bickford. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Kimberly Vance, and I hope that you've been inspired to create your own Handmade Tennessee. If you enjoyed today's show, check us out on Facebook for other shows and information at www.facebook.com/HandmadeTennessee. You can also email us your comments or suggestions to handmadetn@bltv.net.